Maybe he's trying from some other browser. So I extremely apologize for being delayed. So we are trying hard to, uh, be with us. He's having some technical issues. I think there is a technical issue with the browser he's using. So we have tested already. Yeah. Okay. Great. So I think Sarah joined now. Yeah. So without, so I hope he's here. Can you just unmute yourself, Mr. Manish, Mr. Naveen? Not really, because we have so many participants here. So I need to find out where you are. So if you just unmute yourself, that will be great for us, Naveen. Can you just unmute yourself? I hope my voice is coming. Team, can you just confirm me whether my voice is coming or not?
Yes, sir, it is audible, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So Naveen, if you can hear me, if you can just unmute yourself. But I've already accepted. Yeah, because there are many participants joining in, so his ID is also not visible. So I'm just checking which ID the. Yeah, just a minute. Naveen, if you can hear me, can you just unmute yourself? Mr. Naveen? I'm extremely sorry, guys, because I think there is some problem coming from his side, and he's not able to join in. But there is no message from his side. It says that we need to approve here, but I'm not getting any message from.
అక్కడ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి ఇంకా ఇప్పుడే.
So we're just trying, man. Like, I'm really sorry, guys. I think there is some technical issue, but because I remember earlier we have given the approval, and in between, hello, can you hear my? Okay, somebody says no audio. Right. Okay. Because according to he's telling that he has tried a lot, but I'm very surprised because everybody joining now. Like, still we got. Uh, because from his side. So in case if you postpone this, we'll let you know, guys. Because I think speaker is trying hard, but so I'm extremely sorry on behalf of this one. Yeah, yeah. So I think he's getting some message. He's sending me that thing also. Uh, yeah. Oh. So though like everybody, because of this lockdown, most of us are stuck at home, and when we try this, hmm. So just he's trying one more time, guys. So let him try one more time. If he's not succeed, then we'll postpone the session. Yeah. We are extremely sorry for all the problem to everyone is facing right now. I know that 1 minute some call I'm getting.
Voice is not audible, sir.
So yeah, so someone was trying to call me. So still many people are joining. So I believe because he's using his personal mail ID. So Naveen, if you have joined already, you can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Sir, it's okay, sir. Kindly start the session, sir. Please.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for the speaker, madam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's facing some issues, technical issues for the joining. Deepa, may I know who is Deepa? Can you just mute yourself? Deepa, I will request the Deepa. So, so he's trying, but yeah, thank you everyone for being with us. Yeah,
proactively predict when certain equipments require the maintenance, and a lot of optimization avenues exist in the world of supply chain, guys. Okay, so that is what these are the things, these are the use cases that we are traditionally working on in trying to convert the raw big data into meaningful insights for the real world, guys. Okay, so a quick touch of big data. Some of you may already have an idea, but I'm just going to go over this little quick here. It is a term applied to data sets whose size is beyond the ability of commonly used software tools to capture, manage, and process the data within a tolerable amount of elapsed time. In other words, big data thing, data when it is, imagine you have 100 terabytes of data or maybe 1 petabyte of data. Obviously, it would not fit on a single server. So that is, then in such a case, that could be referred as big data, which is true. But most of the times, or in other words, there are many times we come across scenarios where we have as little as 1 GB of data. But what happens is processing on a single server or on multiple servers takes 10 hours because of the mathematical complications, mathematical stuff, or because of many other complex calculations going on in the algorithms, guys. Okay, in such a case, where we need the processing to be done in 1 minute or maybe 1 hour, it ends up taking 10 hours or 20 hours. What's happening? we are now being limited, or we are now not being able to process that amount of data in a tolerable amount of elapsed time. The size of the data is small, but the processing is big. It's taking more time than the time we require or we have. In such cases, even that small amount of data is referred as big data. The three characteristics of the big data is the volume, velocity, and variety. And what do these characteristics say? The three characteristics: as the volume increases, the complexity increases. The complexity of storing the data and processing increases, the complexity increases, and there is a lot of variety of data. The variety of the data is, you go to Facebook, you have the data in the form of XML. You go to Twitter, you have the data in the form of JSON. Traditionally, companies were just going to the database and data warehouse, and they would traditionally generate the reports. But today, they are going to these different sources. The internet is becoming the different source, which is presenting multiple varieties of data, due to which the complexity is increasing, guys. Okay. So what do we do? The three patterns we generally come across is acquire the data, analyze the data, and if we go into the use cases of these things, at a low level, what we are really doing when we are acquiring the data is where the process of principles of ETL, which is extract, transform, and load, come into the picture. Not only do we have big data, which is the batch data, but we also have the streaming data, which is coming in, which has its own staging, and in being able to come up producing insights from that. That is another. You try to understand which are the best ways of storing the data, so that when we actually try to perform machine learning to get the business insights, it is the process or the performance is at its best. In other words, acting is where we are applying the machine learning algorithms after you arrange your data, after you store your data in an efficient manner, so that something which can be done in 1 hour would not take 10 hours. If you would not arrange the data in an efficient manner, something which would take a short amount of time may take large amount of time. So that is what the acquire, analyze, and act is about. And traditionally, from a real world perspective,